He usually reads well. That was a misread.
I want to know the great Daniel.
So cheap, I had to pay him. Oh, a diamond would have been good.
Daniel gave that amateur the poker thrill of a lifetime. Here's tonight's poker fact brought to you by FullTiltPoker.net. You need a 5 or a 10 to make a straight in poker. Without one of those two cards, you could never connect 5 in a row. The 2007 main event saw it all. There were surprising twists. Amazing moments.
Win is gone in 11th place.
And colorful characters.
It was a remarkable journey for Hal Lubarski.
Culminating in a most memorable win for the world champion, Jerry Yang. This year's field of 6,844, the second largest in main event history. Kenny Tran is here. He finished 16th last year.
I still have my chip here, right?
You have a few chips.
Oh, not that much.
3 or 4 lines.
It's not that expensive.
Apparently it's so expensive you can't afford a shirt.
Alex Krivchenko finished 4th last year in the main event. He's sitting next to Lee Watkinson, who finished 8th. Elsewhere, Philip Helm, who finished 9th last year. His opponent, Rasmus Nielsen, just moved all in with pocket aces.
Do you want me to call?
I believe that question should be barred from the World Series of Poker.
I agree. Helm with a pair of trays, both players with straight draws after the turn. Helm started last year's main event final table as the chip leader, but went out 9th. He makes the call here. Nielsen at risk. He flashes the aces.
I'm not very strong.
Helm just with the pair of 3s and an up and down straight draw.
One card to come.
Nielsen aware of international all-in rules. You must stand up. Helm needs an ace 3 or 6 to knock him out.
It is a 5, and so Nielsen doubles up to Philip Helm. Helm left with a mere 4,000 chips.
Sometimes 1 year seems like a long time ago.
Yeah, return trip to that main event final table for Helm does not seem likely right now. Back to table 2. Daniel Negreanu is facing a pre-flop raise from Rauna Juarez.
Been re-raised a lot so far, Hoyt. My name was Phil Hellmuth. I'd get upset, but I ain't worried about it.
It was a long time. Yeah, he was going to get in a fight with you one time.
Almost in Tunica and almost in Mississippi.
You almost got in a fight with Hellmuth?
Yeah, it was really...
Well, that would have been a fun thing to bet on.
Daniel talking with fellow pro Hoyt Corkins.
Last longer bet.
I'm betting a lot of people would like your side. Phil just doesn't look like he'd be very coordinated in a fight, does he? He just kind of would...
I say pick.
Stop it, Hoyt.
He can beat you to slap fight.
And Hoyt would just go...
Lon, I'm a Hoyt Corkins fan, but I'm going to surprise you. I think Phil wins that fight.
Wow. Well, Helmuth in the ring with anybody. Imagine the action on that fight.
Oh, it'd have to be off the board. All the action go one way.
Back to our featured table, and Eric Lindgren looks down at 5 tray of hearts.
When Eric finished 3rd to Scotty Wynn and Horse, for the most part, he stayed above the fray while table behavior deteriorated.
Michelle Apocasis with 6-5 of clubs and the big blind calls. Lindgren had his bluff called by Apocasis a little earlier. These two will square off again. Flop is 8-6-4. Apocasis pairs his 6s. Both have a straight draw. Apocasis checks. Lindgren now with an up and down straight draw. We'll bet 375.
He's on a semi-bluff. That's why you play those baby-suited connectors. When you hit a flop, you figure it misses everyone else.
Michelle will come along.
Well, he's got a hand. He is going to come along.
All right, so turn card now. Queen of clubs. Apocasis still leads with his pair of 6s. And he'll check it again. Lindgren checks as well.
This time, Eric content to see a free card.
River card, 10 of spades. Apocasis earns his check mark with that pair of 6s. And he checks the river.
750.
Eric sees an opening. 750.
Eric Lindgren going to the bluffing well one more time. Michelle, check your notebook. Check your notebook, my friend. Just look at the guy over there. He's a dirty, lying scoundrel.
Watch your mouth. His mom might be watching. Apocasis deep in thought, but he will fold.
This time the 5-high worked.
A second bluff, this time at the right time. That is the planner's good instinct moment.
You keep trying to bluff, you got to get away with one, right?
Uh-oh, it's going back to the book.
Ugly American bluffed me.
Chapter 2.
If at first you don't steal the pot, try again.
The Planters Good Instinct moment is brought to you by Planters. Instinctively good. The 2008 World Series of Poker, presented by Milwaukee's Best Light, main event.
Welcome back inside the Rio in the 2008 main event. At our featured table sits Eric Lindgren, and on the Milwaukee's Best Light pocket cam, he has pocket jacks.
Lon, what's your career record with pocket jacks?
0 for life.
Very impressive.
And a raise to 250. Folded to Michel Apicassis. He looks down at ace-5 of clubs.
Michel was the commentator on the French broadcast of the 2006 World Series of Poker. I believe he told ex-wife jokes in French.
He makes the call. Julian Mir with ace-10 offsuit also calls. So 3 players will see the flop. The flop is 7, 5, 10. Lindgren is still best with his jacks, and he checks it.
Michel also was a doctor, a magazine editor, and a bridge champion.
What have you done with your life, Norman?
Good for you.
Apicassis bet 575 with bottom pair. Mir now raises it up with a pair of 10s to 1,500.
Lindgren's had a great World Series, 5 top 20 finishes this year.
Lindgren just calls.
Actually, I thought Eric might have re-raised there with an overpair to the board, but he doesn't.
Apicassis folds, so heads up Mir and Lindgren. Turn card is a 9. Lindgren still good, adds a gut shot straight draw.
You know, now I think he's taking down Social Security numbers.
Lindgren checks the action. Over to Mir. He checks 2. River card 4 of hearts. Lindgren with his pocket jacks earns the check mark. That's why he's a pro.
18.
He can win with pocket jacks and bets 1,800.
Yeah, and Lindgren value bets at Lon. Mir with top pair, top kicker. It's a bargain to call.
Mir does call, and we'll see his chips go over to the player of the year.
Well, looks like the player of the year is still in a zone.
Hey, got to wonder if Julian was thinking that E-Dog was bluffing again.
Nice hand, Eric.
Thank you.
Eric won his first World Series of Poker bracelet earlier in the series.
How come you're not wearing it?
Man, I leave that to the guys like Helmuth and stuff. They like to wear it and show off or something. I gave mine to my father. So.
I think he lost it on a golf bet.
Eric's not wearing his bracelet, but Daniel's wearing his.
Got it on, too. Check that out. It's too big on me, though.
Hoyt Corkin's got 2 bracelets of his own.
Otherwise, it would go.
Yeah, everybody.
But you can fold it in here. Well, I'm gonna take some links out, but I learned this new trick where I can go like that.
Daniel's made a science of wearing bracelets.
Got skinny wrists. None of them fit.
Man, none of his 4. One bracelet that does seem to fit is that of first-time winner Jason Young. He's in a hand right now with Doug Crane. Jason bets enough to put Crane all in. Ace, king, queen on the board.
Young won his bracelet earlier at this World Series in a no-limit hold'em event.
Nice bet.
Crane will fold. Jason Young takes the pot.
I probably had you dominated.
What about 1,000 on the side? You didn't have me dominated?
I know he's got Jack 10. 100. I'll bet you $10.
3 queens?
No.
3 kings?
No.
3 aces?
Ace king, ace king.
Ace king? I want you in there. You want to see it or you don't want to see it? You don't care?
Yeah.
Just for the cameras. This one's getting on TV, baby.
Oh, he flopped a straight. Seems like a nice kid, but he's got to lose the Yankees pinstripes.
Nearby, we find Kenny Tran, who also won his first bracelet this year, just flopped a pair of aces with a jack kicker. He checked it. Patari Kangas flopped a pair of aces with a king kicker and bet 5,000.
Tran, the great cash game player, finally breaking through in tournaments.
They still have the main event next year, right? All right, I put you on.
Tran bets enough to put Kangas all in.
Ah, yes.